Alright, we're going to talk about this. It has been a fat minute since I've done one of these, and I apologize for all the delays. It's been a crazy couple weeks, to say the least. But here I am. I'm back. This is the Halloween episode of the TVR that I promised about a month ago, actually. So yeah, the question this time around, it's spooky month, or it was spooky month. What's your favorite Halloween song? You know, it could be from Monster Cat, it can be from a movie, just whatever song screams Halloween energy, I suppose. And of course, all the best responses get put in the video, so here we go. So to start things off, I'm just going to get an obvious one out of the way. It has to be Thriller by Michael Jackson. But the version that's 5 minutes 57 seconds long and starts with the door creaking and footsteps and thunder, because that extra build-up with the eerie atmosphere makes a huge difference and gives me goosebumps every time. I totally agree. I do not blame people for having this as their favorite Halloween song. It's a classic. I mean, come on. You know, there's a reason why you still hear it in, you know, pretty much everywhere. The mall, bowling alley, even warehouses play it, you know, from time to time. It's an iconic song, so no wonder, you know. This is definitely going to be a nostalgia thing for me, but Shuffle and Spawn off of the Bad Piggies soundtrack of all things is my go-to Halloween song. I remember the exact day the music video came out and how much I'd replay both the video and the song. One of the first songs ever I genuinely really loved. Doesn't really lean into the Angry Birds aspect that much, which makes it that much more special. Definitely recommend listening to this at least once this Halloween night. And I will preface this episode by saying I did listen to all of these newer songs that I had not heard before, at least a couple times, because I wanted to kind of get the feel of it before I made any personal judgments on it. But I can definitely see where you're coming from on that one. It's a very interesting song for Angry Birds, much less, but it's fun. Yeah, I can see why you enjoy the song. It's a pretty decent bop, all things considered. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be mine, but it's not bad. Definitely Slash by Tokyo Machine. Every part slaps, from the metal part to the electro drops to the synthwave kinda like intro. This song is the entire package. Honestly, I don't disagree too much here. It's definitely one of the more popular Halloween EDM songs that exist out there, I want to say. Yeah, each of those parts are pretty crazy. Even the melody too is very weirdly creepy too, where it's I would say if Thriller didn't exist, I would say if probably some other Halloween songs, one we'll be talking about here in a moment actually, if it wasn't for that one, then yeah, this would definitely be way up there. Despite how thoroughly I fuck with Tokyo Machine Slash, yeah, we're using big boy language here, the best Halloween track still has to be Evil Inside by Dirty Phonics and Boss Fight. When I was really digging into Monster Cat Volume 6, 7, and 8 back in February 2020, Evil Inside was the one track where it wasn't just an utterly hard-hitting experience to listen to. It was a scary one at that. Those two completely understood the assignment of making Halloween dubstep. And this is the part that really sucks, because I never liked either version of Evil Inside, not the original, not the VIP. It just wasn't for me, and I know that's gonna upset a lot of people given it's sort of, you know, following, but you know, it just didn't really click with me, and even to this day I struggle to truly enjoy it the way everyone else tends to enjoy it. With that being said, I completely understand where you're coming from, and it's obvious to me why a lot of people really have a sort of cadence to it, I guess, when it comes to Halloween music. About to comment Slash by Tokyo Machine, but someone decided to take it before me, so I'll go with Toki's other Halloween slapper, Spooky. The build-ups are freaking intense, and the first trap drop has that real spook vibe to it, with then building up to hardstyle Jaw Dropper. About 15 seconds after that wave of hardstyle heaviness hit, I immediately got hit by an immaculate dubstep spook. It's a shame that it lasts for a short while, because damn, it's heat. Sorry, damn is heat. We got to some nice breaks, and we build up for another banger of a hardstyle jump style drop, one of my favorite Monster Cat songs at spooky times. and is still top 20 outside of Halloween. I don't really disagree that much. I mean, Spooky's a really fun sort of Halloween tune. It definitely has that spook factor to it, that Halloween fun flavor. And yeah, all three of the drops are pretty fun. It may not be my favorite Halloween song of all time, but it is a damn good one. Elixir the Slenderman. It's basically a Complextro track with Slenderman samples. I took a gander at this one before recording this, and it certainly is that. Certainly not one that I would call a favorite. I mean, if I had listened to this back in 2013, then, maybe I would have loved it, or even like around that period. Not that I was a huge Slenderman person in the first place, but I don't know. It certainly wouldn't be anything for me nowadays, but I can understand why you would, why that would be a favorite like Halloween song of yours, if that makes sense. Well, it's Inhuman Echo because it's literally something cool. Unlike these other songs, this one is literally something cool. But it's an intro, and I just don't simply care about it. Why? Because it's okay. And it's my opinion. I don't even have any notes for this. I love this response. This is probably my favorite response. Probably ever. Oingo Boingo, Dead Man's Party. My father has cultured me well. I heard the song once before recording. It was alright. I didn't really get a whole lot out of it. Aside from that goofy ass name. But yeah, no, all jokes aside. It was an okay song. It wasn't my thing, but I mean, clearly your father cultured you well, so, who am I to say? And finally, I know this sounds like a classic and basic answer, but fuck it. Ghosts and Stuff by Deadmau5 is one fuck of a bop, and probably the only track from his catalog that I return to time and time again. The chords, vocals, just everything is incredible, and I don't think you can beat it. I can't disagree with you here. It's quite the bop. I will say it has grown off me just a tad bit over time, but that sort of like classic feel to it, that element, still stays pretty strong nowadays, and I can understand why you return to it a lot. It's a fun track, especially with Rob Swire on the vocals. Yeah, no, they both do a pretty great job on there. It actually kind of reminds me of Animation by Xylent and Diamond Eyes. Kind of that same concept of, it's like an older kind of song, but the combination of the production and the vocals just really give it that life that made it so big in the first place. And so I'm a big fan of like producer vocalist combos like that, where the production and the vocals just kind of intertwine like that. And Ghosts and Stuff is a pretty great example of that. So yeah, I don't disagree with this. Although I will say, I wouldn't say it's a song made for Halloween. Maybe it is. I don't know the history of the song, but even if it isn't, it's still one hell of a bop. And that about does it for this episode of TVR Asks. I do apologize for this being super late. I wanted to put this out before Halloween, or even on Halloween, but plans kind of got in the way of that. Life's been kind of a pain in the ass recently, but things are getting better at the moment, so there's no need to worry. By the time this episode drops, the new Magic Man EP will be out on Psyduck, so definitely give that a listen. I'm pretty proud of that project, and it would just mean the world to me if you listen to it. But yeah, that's it for now. I will see you later.